A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned a lot of the supplements that I take, and this was an excerpt from my course called The 30-Day Challenge to a More Productive and Much Happier You. And so I've been biohacking myself for many, many years. And you can't reverse aging, but you can slow it down. And so I've tried to slow it down a lot through my diet. Part of the biohacking for me is trying to drink more water, which I have to be intellectually honest about. I'm not that good at. I always forget. But I've got this Bluetooth product here. See the Bluetooth link here. Made by the Thermos Corporation. It's under 30 bucks now. Again, I don't get compensated for anything. And this will help me to drink more water every day. It reminds me on my app and syncs with my Fitbit as well. This thing here, which I love. Oh, actually, I don't have my Fitbit on today, so I have another watch. What I also do for biohacking, and again, speak to your doctor first or nutritionist. Don't just take my advice, do your own research as always. But what I also do is every Sunday, I create 7 of these things. And this is my super shake. And what I put in it are all the antioxidants you can think of to keep me healthy. And so in here, you've got a little bit of fish oil. I've also got kale. Kale's very high in protein. I also have raw ginger root. Organic, of course, all this stuff. And then I have whey protein. And then I have a lot of other stuff, acai, which is a wonderful South American fruit. And many other things as well, many other things. Also, I take a number of different supplements. So there's this guy named Ray Kurzweil, who believes in life extension, and he's the head of engineering at Google. And he thinks that the person that's going to make it to 150 years old is alive today, and I believe it. There's so much money going into the venture capital sector for life extension that I think that we're going to have many cures for a lot of diseases. I think in 10 years, cancer is going to be eradicated completely. And so, for example, here's one of the pills I take from Ray Kurzweil. Okay, and you can search online. You can buy them as well. Again, I don't get comped. What he also has is something called resveratrol. And that's actually, you find that in red wine as well, but you have to drink a lot of red wine if you want to get it. Don't drink a lot of red wine. Take resveratrol capsules instead, and that will slow down aging. Other things I take, and I've got a lot here, and yes, some of them are placebos, I promise you, I don't know which ones. I take a lot of herbs as well, but I think that we are all deficient in several vitamins in our body, and we don't know what they are. And the science out there doesn't know what they are either. And so I take multivitamin packs every day from a guy named Dr. David Williams. You can go to Dr. David Williams' website and buy the multi-packs. And they come in a big box, and there's like 60 packs in them. He tells you to take 2 a day, I take 1. And that gives me over 100% of all the vitamins I need every single day. Don't ever buy this stuff, by the way, without doing a search first for coupons. Or without, I want you to install a plugin for Chrome called Honey, because it'll help you save a lot of money. Okay. Other things I take are, I went to the, I got my DNA tested years ago, and the DNA results said that with a high degree of probability, I'm going to get AMD, or age-related macular degeneration. I think is how you say it, which means my eyesight will go down. My eyesight will go down. My ability to speech will not go down. But that's dad humor, sorry. But my mom told me that my grandfather, God bless him, also had AMD. So I went to an eye doctor. My eyes are fine, he said at least. And he told me to take this benign zinc organic substitute, which is over the counter. I buy it over Amazon. So again, you can do that if you want to. I take a little bit of creatine as well. We're just in the process of getting this new weight set in the garage. My son and I, we're gonna work out together, and that way I'll save time from driving to the gym. But this is to put on muscle mass. And I take just a ton of other things as well. Chromium, of course, you mentioned Bacopa. Mary, Bacopa is used so I can remember stuff, so I can speak gooder and all that stuff. So those are just some of the ones I take. I also biohack in other ways. And what I'm going to tell you is controversial, and please don't do it without talking to your doctor first. Okay, so I realize that in my family, and you got to check out your uncles, your aunts, grandparents, older siblings, whatever it is, and find out what sicknesses or issues they might have health-wise, because you could inherit that. And so for me, I have very high cholesterol, but I eat very, very healthy. And I've biohacked and tried to change my diet, and nothing works. And so I caved in. Like, I even tried this stuff called red rice yeast. I tried lots of other products. Nothing works to lower my cholesterol. And it's dangerous. And please get your cholesterol checked, because what that means, I'm sure all of you know this, is that if you have too much cholesterol, then blood won't go to your heart and you'll have a heart attack. And so I take what's called simvastatin, which is a stent. It's prescribed by my doctor, and that brings down my cholesterol. It's genetic. Another thing I do, and I've never opened up about this before, but I'm going to right now. So please talk to a doctor first. There's something called ProScar. And ProScar is something that you get prescribed from a doctor that will stop you from going bald. And 10 years ago, when I come out of the shower, and I have a white towel, there was like lots of hair in it, and it happened every day. And so I did a lot of research, right? I don't believe in just relying on doctors, but please talk to a doctor first. Don't ever take my research only. I did a lot of research, and I found out that ProScar is this really expensive drug that it's also called Propecia, that you can take to stop baldness. And I found out what's in Propecia and ProScar is something called, I think it's called finasteride is the product. It starts with F. Yeah, finasteride, that's it, yeah. And you can get that prescribed for other reasons, but if you cut that pill up into a fourth or a fifth, you're getting 1 or 2 grams, or the small dosage you need anyway, from Propecia, which is the hair product, or ProScar. So I've been taking finasteride for a decade now. I take it every night. I take a tiny little amount, and that stops baldness. Anyway, so I have a lot of relatives that have lost a lot of hair. That's what I do. If you're a guy and you're losing your hair back here, you can take Rogaine. Don't buy the product itself. Buy the generic version. Talk to a doctor first, obviously. You can buy a generic version from Costco, for example. It's a lot cheaper, and you put it up here. So that's what I do. That's what I do. Anyway, so I opened up there with me. There's no filters. I tell you everything I do. And in terms of, there are side effects for some stuff. I'll let you do your own research as well and talk to a real doctor. I'm not a real doctor or a real lawyer. I'm a real person. So, but if you have any follow-up questions on that, please let me know. But biohacking is something that I love, because I will do whatever it takes to give myself more energy and optimize my potential in life. That's why I hate drugs, and I'm completely against this marijuana being legal thing. And I know I might upset people on the call. For medicinal reasons, I think marijuana is fine. But for me personally, I hate it because it takes away my motivation. It takes away my ability to, reach my full potential. It makes you lazy. So all these products I just mentioned are the antithesis of marijuana. So they're products that give me more energy so that I can reach my full potential. And I believe that the only way we can all reach our full potential is by treating this thing right. Otherwise, this thing won't work. Again, if you have additional questions on that, please let me know. Thank you.